What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Matt Samolsky, Matt the Car Guy. Today is going to be a little bit different video. I'm going to talk about something that I read this morning, which was somewhat shocking, somewhat concerning, somewhat different than what we normally do on this channel, which is mostly car reviews. So today, this morning, when I was sipping my coffee, I read through the newest ratings by J.D. Power of the initial quality study vehicles. And then I pulled up, I was like, wow, this is shocking. This is interesting of what they came up this year. So then I pulled up a report from 10 years ago, and then I pulled up a report from 20 years ago. Okay, are you ready to see that? Because the results are very surprising, right? All right, guys, so let's jump into the video right away so you can see what I see on my screen right now. Let's switch it over right now. Okay, I have the J.D. Power and Associate basically is pulled up in here, and what it says is the J.D. Power initial quality study serves as the industry benchmark for new vehicle quality measured at 90 days of ownership. So they measured only after basically 3 months of owning the vehicle. Initial quality has proven to be an excellent predictor of long-term reliability, which has a significant impact on owner satisfaction, advocacy, and ultimate loyalty. And so once we go with the reports from 10 and some even 20 years ago, you're going to be able to see that what they're saying is basically truth in here. So every year, J.D. Power obtains customer feedback on every significant vehicle on the market. This detailed and unfiltered customer feedback can be analyzed by plant, model, brand, corporation, vehicle segment, all that stuff, and the study examines 223 problems which are categorized or organized into 9 categories. That's climate, driving assistance, driving experience, exterior features, controls, displays, infotainment, interior, powertrain, and seats. Okay, so let's take a look at this year's study that just came out this morning. Let's take a look at this 2021 study, brand ranking, problems per 100 vehicles. The winner is Ram. Wow, I was shocked when I first saw it. I was like, really? I mean, great job, Ram, but no wonder. I mean, a lot of people are looking at it, people are researching it. As a matter of fact, one of my top videos is Ram 1500 Limited, and a lot of people were commenting how happy they are with this vehicle. Now, a lot of people commented that, hey, I heard they have some issues, so now they can feel a little bit better about purchasing one because they have less issues than the competition. Number 2 is Dodge, which is also part of the Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep category right here. And number 3 is Lexus, which has been leading this for as long as I remember. It's always been one of the top manufacturers. Now, number 4 and 5, I should say, Mitsubishi and Nissan. That's a surprise as well. Mitsubishi, great job, finally came out with the new Outlander, which is using some of the Nissan engines and transmissions, I believe, so that probably helped to move that brand up a little bit. Nissan, they done a really nice job with their Rogues, with their Pathfinders this year. They also been trying to improve their image, also improving their vehicles and quality, so good job. Now, the next 3 is Kia, Genesis, and Hyundai. That's basically the same company, right? And they're 147, 148, 149. So I guess depending on which day they caught that person within the 90 days after profile, they almost have identical ratings for between the 3 of them. Now, Jeep, okay, another one, part of the Ram, that Jeep Chrysler, is also in the top 10. Number 9, that's Jeep. Chevy closes up the first 10 right here, okay? Then Mini Buick Toyota is number 13, which is surprise, surprise, okay? Then Honda is number 18. That's a huge surprise. Mazda is somewhere down below, and the Subaru is below Mazda, and Acura is even lower than that. This is a shocker. Now, what's also shocking too, now we were talking about the Ram, Dodge, Jeep, okay, part of the same company. Chrysler basically closes that list with 251 problems per 100 vehicles sold, twice as many as number 1 Ram, which is the same company. Mind blow, okay? Now, let's take a look of what that study looked at 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, Lexus was number 1. Let's go back here. It's number 3 right now, so also top of the board. Honda was number 2. It's number 18 right now. Acura was number 3, is number 20 some right now. Mercedes-Benz is also down at the bottom of the list. Mazda was in the top 5 as well. Porsche, Toyota, Infiniti, Cadillac, GMC. How that flipped? What happened in the last 10 years? Well, I'll tell you what happened. The worst companies got better. They finally figured out, hey, if we need to be a competitive market, we need to, step up our game. Hyundai, look at this. Hyundai was right below the industry average. And I tell you why they went up really quickly. Well, first of all, 2011 was the first year of the Hyundai Sonata. If you remember that, the new redesigned Sonata that came in 2011, beautiful car, started selling like hotcakes. Hyundai came up with this huge warranty. I think it was 7 years, 100,000 miles at that time, 10 years, 100,000 miles right now. Super important, when you're looking for a car. And then BMW, Chevy. Okay, so all of that kind of flipped from 2011 to 2021. Look at this, Ram. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 21, 22, 23. Ram was number 23 back in 2011. Fast forward 10 years, number 1. Okay, Chrysler was better than Ram at that time. Kia was right below Ram, 113 problems per vehicle. Now, it's also interesting to mention too that the industry average with problems per 100 vehicles used to be 107, right? Right now, it's 162. What happened? Do they not make them as good as they used to anymore? Well, let's think about it. One thing that I can say is probably yes, and we've seen a decline in quality on all of the items around us, right? And maybe that's just my common sense talking, but when I was growing up, we had basically, I think from the moment that I remember seeing a refrigerator to the moment that I left the house, we probably had 1 or 2 maybe in, 18 or 15 years. Show me one person that keeps their refrigerator for that long anymore. Well, certainly, after 5 years, they start having issues. And we just had to replace some expensive parts on our refrigerator after 4 years of using. And I don't think it would last any more than that. So it's probably time to buy a new one. Now, as far as the, TVs, vacuum cleaners, all of the household items, I mean, they are not making them as they used to anymore. Now, one of the contributing factor to the problems per 100 vehicles, in my humble opinion, is the advancement of technology, the amount of technology that the manufacturers are currently putting in those cars. There used to be a radio. I mean, you were lucky to get, power windows, power door locks. I mean, especially back in the early 2000s. Right now, you have the automatic door openings, you have the driver's assist, you have the autopilot, you have the, 20-inch screens in front of you. All of those contribute to potential problems. So that goes back to the gentleman I was telling you in one of my videos that say, hey, I want the base one because I don't trust them. The more stuff that they put in the car, the more things can break. And here it is. Here's the proof of it that he was actually right. Now, so those are the 2021 and 2020. I promise you that I also have some data from 2002, and that's probably as far as I could go with this. Now, 2002, they had a little bit of different ratings with the vehicles being broken up by segments, so they had different categories. But let's just take a look right now, and you'll get the idea of why I said shame on you, Toyota, for not being what they used to be. So the highest quality small vehicles entry luxury car is a 2002 Ford Thunderbird. First of all, I don't think it was an entry luxury car. Maybe it was a little bit of a sporty vehicle or a retro weird looking vehicle. 2002 Ford Thunderbird had number 1. Now, this is probably one instance where I will not agree with that first 90 days are going to be the indicator of the life expectancy of the vehicle, right? How many of those you see on the road? You still see a few, but those are certainly not problem-free. And I know firsthand, well, not firsthand, but from people that I know, that it took them a while to keep a lot of money to keep them going. But let's take a look. Highest quality compact vehicles. Now that category was basically won by Toyota, Prius, Sienna, and Tacoma with the compact car, van, and the pickup truck. Okay, and then we have the mid-size category was Chevy Malibu, Chevy Corvette, Buick. So 3 GM cars, great job, and 1 Toyota again, Lexus GS 430. Sporty car was Mazda Miata, back to the Japanese cars. In 2002, Toyota Highlander was another one. And now look at this, the full-size pickup truck, Toyota Tundra. Entry sport utility vehicle, Toyota RAV4. Premium luxury car, Lexus LS 430. And a luxury sport utility, 2002 Lexus LX 470. So there's 10 Toyota products in the top categories for 2002 vehicle, where they are right now. That's why I'm saying, Toyota, step up your game, because people are not just gonna rely on the history, but the history is being made right now. If you can see, 2011, you weren't in the top 5. 2020, you're not in the top 10. Okay, that's crazy. 2002, you were number 1. What happened? Well, folks, I think, you know, what happened is a lot of manufacturers started being like, hey, you know, people are going to buy it anyways, you know, whatever we do. Now, I personally like Toyota. I personally owned a few of them, Lexus and Toyota products. Now, those were like the early or mid 2000 and 98, 2000, 2001, 2005, 2007. Those were my Toyota years that I owned them. Loved them, every single one of them, both Lexuses and Toyotas. I don't think they make them as they used to anymore. I hope that this video was helpful to you. It's gonna make you think a little bit before buying another of the vehicles. I certainly would be concerned looking at some of those winners in the past and seeing where they are right now. Looking at the problems per car, another thing to consider is this is only 90 days after initial purchase. What's gonna happen after a year, 2, 3 of ownership? Or if you want to keep it longer, what's going to happen after that? So maybe look at the cars with the longest warranty, right? Maybe we'll find some other studies. I know J.D. Power and Associates been doing that for 35 years, so they know their stuff, and I somewhat trust them to do it. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you like it. If you do, hit that button right here. That's at the bottom, little hand up right there. If you like watching videos like this, if you like watching car reviews, consider checking out the rest of my channel and subscribing to it. I do car reviews mostly on this channel, and I would love to see you as part of Matt the Car Guy family, and I certainly would like to see you in my next video. Cheers.